In a whirlwind of public drama and family entanglements, Ashley St. Clair has made waves with her revelation about Elon Musk. She claims to be the mother of his 13th child, but says the situation has led to severe financial and emotional strain. St. Clair says she had to sell her $100,000 Tesla after Musk slashed her child support by 60%. But what's the full story behind the drama of Elon Musk's numerous baby mamas? Let's break it down. When asked if Musk was acting out of revenge or vindictiveness, St. Clair responded with a resounding yes. She mentioned that Musk has a history of retaliating against women who speak out against him. Her own personal experience was no different, as she says Musk has intentionally distanced himself from her and their child since their relationship fell apart. St. Clair went on to say that her last attempt to reach out to Musk was on February the 13th, but despite her efforts, Musk never responded. Elon Musk's response was quick but cryptic. In a statement, Musk said he wasn't sure if the child was his, but he was open to confirming it through a paternity test. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his biological connection to the child, Musk had already contributed a whopping $2.5 million to St. Clair and promised to provide $500,000 annually. So why the sudden cut in financial support after all of that? St. Clair didn't hold back, publicly announcing the birth of her child on February the 14th. In a statement, she declared that Musk is indeed the father. Initially, she had kept the child's identity private for safety reasons, but felt compelled to speak out when media outlets were getting ready to report on the story. A spokesperson for St. Clair added that they were waiting for Musk to publicly acknowledge his role as a father. However, even after their attempts to reach out, Musk refused to make any public statements regarding the child. The silence from Musk, paired with the drastic reduction in child support, paints a rather puzzling picture. As the saga continued, Musk responded to online rumors on February the 15th, which claimed that St. Clair had been plotting for years to have a child with him. Musk's statement added more fuel to the fire, but it also raised eyebrows. Was this just an attempt at deflection or genuine concern? Fast forward to February the 22nd, when it was reported that St. Clair had filed for sole custody and also submitted a paternity petition in an effort to legally declare Musk as the father of her child. This was a major move in what seemed like an increasingly tense legal battle. By March the 20th, St. Clair's legal team accused Musk of retaliation. They claimed he had significantly reduced child support after she pursued legal action. With private negotiations failing, it looked like things were about to escalate into a prolonged court battle. Move in from one Musk-related controversy to another. Let's shift gears to Vivian Wilson, Elon Musk's estranged daughter. Vivian has been outspoken in her criticism of her father and their strained relationship, and in a recent Twitch interview, she opened up about her experiences and the last conversation she had with Musk. Vivian recalled one of her last interactions with Musk, which took place around the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. The conversation turned into a heated argument about wearing masks, a topic that divided many people during the early stages of the pandemic. Vivian remembers Musk responding to her with a meme from 9gag, featuring a sheep and implying that she was a sheeple for adhering to the health guidelines. Vivian described the moment as cringe and said it reflected the widening gap between them. By 2020, Vivian had cut ties with her father and became financially independent. She explained that this was a significant decision for her, marking a clear break from Musk's influence. When asked about the claims that her coming out as transgender might have had an impact on her father's political views, Vivian dismissed the idea. She argued that people often treat life like a novel, thinking that every action has a tragic character motivation. In her case, she said, her gender identity was not the catalyst for Musk's shift toward more right-wing views. Vivian also pointed out how some people mistakenly believed her gender identity was the sole reason Musk became more conservative. She said she found this to be an oversimplification of a much more complex situation. Over the past year, Vivian has become increasingly vocal on social media, expressing her political views and frequently challenging her father's statements. She emphasized that she was finally finding her voice and using it to counter her father's actions and public rhetoric. In fact, Vivian described one of her social media posts as the most cathartic moment of her life. This post was a direct challenge to some of Musk's more controversial statements, marking a pivotal moment in her journey toward personal empowerment. And in March, after Musk dead-named her on X, formerly Twitter, and claimed that she had been killed by the woke mind virus, Vivian responded in typical fashion. She posted a TikTok with audio from RuPaul's Drag Race saying, "I look pretty good for a dead person." The post quickly went viral, signaling that Vivian was not going to back down from her father's attacks. But the drama doesn't end there. Elon Musk's complex relationships with women have been a source of public fascination, and the ongoing saga of his 12 children with multiple women has added yet another layer of intrigue. Justine Musk, Elon's first wife, who has spoken publicly about their controlling relationship. She later wrote the infamous essay, "I was a starter wife," after their divorce. Their daughter, Vivian, has legally distanced herself from Elon, changing her name to reflect her independence. Tallulah Riley, a British actress who was married to Musk twice though they had no children together. Their relationship was notably turbulent and on again, off again. Grimes, the well-known singer and mother of two of Elon Musk's children, has spoken openly about the challenges of co-parenting with him and their complex relationship. Shivon Zilis, a Neuralink executive who had twins with Musk while Grimes was pregnant. Zilis has defended Musk publicly, but has faced criticism over her involvement in the Musk family drama. In the end, Musk's stance on having children is based on his belief that the world faces a population crisis. While he may think his large family is addressing this issue, critics argue that his treatment of fatherhood often seems more like an experiment than a deeply personal commitment to his children's well-being. Whether it's Ashley St. Clair's legal battle over child support or Vivian Wilson's struggle for independence and identity, the Musk family saga continues to unfold in public. The latest revelations raise more questions about Musk's family dynamics and his relationships with the women in his life. As the story develops, we'll continue to watch for updates on how Elon Musk navigates his various family challenges and what this means for his public image and legacy.